Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go. What is happening? We are back with another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy. As always, I am here with my brother and my co-host, Jake B. Hello. And today, we have a very special episode. We are doing a Father's Day special, so we have our dad here. What's up, Dad?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Dad.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
How's Mom?
Mom's doing real good.
Great.
God.
She's at work on Facebook, I'm sure. No, okay.
If you're listening and you work with her, she's not on Facebook.
No.
She's searching right now. Why isn't it live? She's going to text us. I'm watching live. You're not live. It's not live, Ma.
I don't think they understand the difference of live.
Oh, shit. Are we
Don't
doing
pick on
this
Con.
already?
No.
He tried to send me to the board already. It's not going to happen.
No, that's too early. So, yeah, we wanted to do just a special episode here today, releasing on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day.
3 of them in this room.
3 of them in this room.
That's right. I'm a brand new father. I'm part of the team now. All 3 of us.
That's going to be your first Father's Day
First
as a
Father's
father.
Day. Duddy will be at Dodger Stadium potentially right now, throwing out the first pitch.
Yep. And right about now, the catcher's shaking his hand because that shit hurt.
Woo! Sound like it took a long time for the pitch to get there.
I was mid-wind up when you
Potentially
said.
slow.
So,
I got
you
it.
know.
He's got a big release. That's
Just don't do the Bruce Willis one. Did you see that?
no.
Ouch.
What, recently?
Oh, he was like halfway to home plate and it didn't even make it.
Bruce.
Like dribble.
Oh, Brucey.
Got some
Bruce,
booze. He got some booze.
Oh, Lordy.
I mean,
John
like-
McClane.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not cool.
okay. That's sad.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in, guys. That's been...
All right. Well, I don't know. Let's start out with just like a quick little, like, where were you born and like, how did you get out to Southern California? And, how did this
All
get this
right.
family
Give us the
going?
brief history of you.
Well, I was born in Ohio, so I'm a buck. I guess I'm a Buckeye. I don't know. That's what they say. And had a brother and a sister older than me. And we lived in a duplex. My grandparents lived on one side. My mom's parents, my grandparents lived on one side, and we lived on the other. And I think I was 4 years old. My mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So that was sad. And my dad was like, I don't remember her. I really don't.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 things about. I know there was one. I was sitting in a sandbox or something. It started raining, and she came out and grabbed me. Kind of weird, but
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You just have like a little
yeah,
memory.
I got that memory. I remember that little
Oh,
sandbox.
that's cool.
Yeah. So after my mom passed away, my dad was like, okay, well, can't really live here. It's not,
Oh, yeah. It was her parents. And
Yeah. So we loaded up the truck and we moved to Beverly. No, we didn't. It was Canoga Park. And we stayed with his sister, my aunt, who had 3 kids. So
So you guys all drove all the way out west to Canoga Park,
Yeah. And
which Canoga Park, for those who don't know, is like L.A. essentially.
It's in the valley.
It's in the
San
valley,
Fernando
San
Valley,
Fernando
yeah.
Valley, right outside L.A. So
Yeah.
you guys come from Ohio all the way to the west coast to stay with your aunt, you said?
my aunt and uncle, and my aunt had 3 kids from a previous marriage. And I think my uncle, her new husband, had a kid. So there's like,
Oh, my God.
yeah. And it was a 1,200
50 of
square
you
foot
in
like
that
little
house.
house.
7
Yeah.
kids? Is that 7 kids there? Was that?
Yeah, that was a little tough.
Wow.
But, we didn't, he didn't have anywhere else to go, so they took us in. And then my dad hooked up with a lady he knew in Ohio whose husband died. So they ended up getting married, and then they bought a house, and that's where I stayed until we graduated high school. And you probably want to know about how I met Mom.
Yeah. You guys met in high school, right?
Well,
You
she
weren't-
was at a different high school.
Yeah.
I was at Chatsworth. She was at Granada Hills. And we met at an after-school job, which was cool.
What was it?
It was, they call them bean boxes. They were just little boxes with a lid on them, and we'd like glue beans and little pieces of straw. They were pieces of shit.
It was like a decoration that like
Yeah.
tourists would buy?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
made
So a
decorations.
lot of saws and cutting and chopping and glue. They also made like those.
Can we get a picture of a beanbox if you can
Is
find
that
those?
even a thing?
I don't think they're. Yeah, I don't know how they made money, but they also made those dart boards where you open the thing and mount it on the wall and you open the little doors.
yeah.
and
Oh,
so
yeah.
They had some decent shit, but I don't know.
So that's worth buying, but the beanbox where jury's out. Jury is out.
Yeah, the beans would come loose and like flop around in there. So that was pretty.
Now
anyway.
they're on Etsy, but all right.
Yeah. A lot of us worked there. A lot of my friends, a lot of her friends. So it was kind of cool. Get your $1.65 an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ball out.
So we met and started hanging out. And
So you guys met like 17 years old?
17, yeah. 17.
And then you guys finish. So what are you, juniors in high school?
No, senior.
Seniors.
We both
17.
graduated when we were 17. So did you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is young.
that's
I mean,
true.
a lot of people, are 18, 19 when they graduate.
Yeah.
But we started you guys in kindergarten at 5. That's
Yeah.
a lot of people who want their kids to play sports hold them back.
Hold them back. Yeah. My birthday's in September. So right at the beginning of the year, I would turn the age that most kids already were for almost a year.
I remember
Yeah.
thinking that my senior year in high school, I was 17 and I was playing, varsity baseball. And I had friends on my team that were 19. I was like, what the?
Yeah. Remember
I wish I was 2 years older.
freshman year, I had friends that would drive me to the beach.
Yeah.
Like I was 13 for the first 2 weeks of my high school. And I
Yeah.
had friends that by
Yeah.
the end of freshman year drove me to the beach. So they turned 16 somehow before sophomore. Anyway, I don't know. That's a little the other extreme, but craziness. But anyway, back to you and Mom.
Yeah.
So you guys are 17. You meet at the Beanbox plant where
Beanbox
everyone
plant.
works, $1.75 an hour. And
It took a while. We were friends. It took a while before we decided we wanted to hang out. And then we had the one party where we had to smooch out.
oh, that makes it
gross.
official.
Everyone's peeking around the corner.
And her Facebook status immediately changed. Wait, what?
Yeah. So, we just started hanging out. And then there was one night we were at a party. And we were leaving the party, and this girl had a flat tire, so I went over and fixed the tire for her. And then we got in the car, and Mom was like, she goes, "Man, that was so nice of you." And then she said she loved me. And I said I loved her back. And then it felt good. We said it like 20 more times. And once you get it out, you're like, because you don't want to, I'm not saying I love you. But once you say it, man,
Girl,
and you mean
thanks.
it, then it just starts flowing. So, yeah.
And it obviously flowed fast and hard because you guys
Still hanging out now.
still. So 17 years old, you guys met. You guys were married by 19.
Yeah.
Eloped?
Well, yeah, we did. Went up to Montecito in a judge's backyard. Yeah, that was the
Crazy with just a few people at the wedding. I think we actually have a picture. If we could skip to the other photo,
that's our prom.
That's
there's
prom.
the wedding. There's the wedding. There, I had longer hair than she did.
So there's the wedding, dude. Look at that stylish cut on both of you guys. The Partridge Family on
I
Mom
know.
for sure, and you are just in the Monkees.
Yeah, probably so. Davy
Pretty
Jones
much.
looking.
Mom looks so much like you right there, Jake.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Dad,
Yeah.
who do you look like? Look at that. That is prom
That's
right
the
there.
prom.
Mom's looking like you right there, Duddy.
Well, you didn't see what she was wearing at the wedding, but she actually wore that dress to her wedding too.
Nice.
I thought you said that you might have worn the same thing too. Is that
No,
not true?
that's a rental tux. That's the powder blue.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had some green. Oh, it was a horrible suit. Green suit with these light brown square tip boots. I think I wore all of those once, and then it just went away.
well, here, go back to that photo there. Yeah, so for the prom, dude, we got my dad's just. I don't know what you even say about that hair. It's sort of a
Feathered?
comb
I think
over,
it's
and then
feathered?
super feathered, like
I
semi-mullet
Don't
situation.
remember blow drying. We don't.
He's
so
got
I
a
don't
powder
remember.
blue suit with like a ruffled pirate shirt and some sort of weird tie. My mom looks like she is the third wife of a Mormon dude, and she's about to.
The white gloves just top that off right there.
We took a wagon train there.
Yeah, dude. Jeez, Mom literally looks like she's in a suicide cult from the 70s right now.
They're on their way to drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh my
right
God,
now.
that is heavy. Let's go back to the. Here we go. When's this?
This is we moved to Reno for like 6 months when we were probably like 21 or something.
So this is post marriage, but pre me and Duddy.
Yeah,
And right here, my dad's looking like, I don't know. You're looking like either a hero or a villain from every 80s action movie right here.
Or a crack addict.
Yeah. My mom is like
trying to do a kick of some sort.
Dude,
showing her boobs or something.
I went to Urban Outfitters yesterday and saw someone dressed exactly like Mom. Look, she's got the baggy pants, the cool boots. Mom looks cool. Dad, you look cool too, actually. For the listeners.
Oh, that's the Levi jacket right there.
I feel like I see people all the day today trying their hardest to look exactly like that.
Dude, my dad's got the
around.
furry Levi jacket with like the fur pouring out of the top. You guys got to go watch this on YouTube to get the full effect here. He's got the tight denim. He's a full Canadian tuxedo, dude. Just denim from head to toe. Mom's behind him with, I don't know, like a bomber jacket, baggy jeans, and some Timberlands or some shit. I don't know.
It's cold there, man.
Either way, killing it.
Yeah.
Reno. We ended up living in Reno for a while. So this was you guys testing the waters in Reno before you had us?
Yeah, my dad got me a job as a plumber. And then I got laid off like a day before Christmas or something.
Nice.
And actually, Mom's dad passed away while we were up there, and she really got homesick. Mm-hmm. And I was working this job. It was horrible. It was 12-hour shifts of just making like PVC pipe. Like just watching it come out of the machine and like,
it's monotonous.
You work like 4 days on, and you get 4 days off, something. But those 4 days were like, just
brutal.
Anyway, I was like, all right, well, this didn't work out this time around.
So your dad was living in Reno. Mom's family's still in the valley, but you guys decided, let's go out to Reno. Yeah. It's probably cheaper to live out there. Maybe you can, get work. And so you do work there. Mom's dad passes away, and so you guys go back to the valley.
Yeah. And then it wasn't too much longer after that she got pregnant. So, you came along. We were renting a house from a friend of mine's parents. That's where both you guys were born. In Canoga Park. And then we actually moved back to Reno when Dustin was only like 7 months or something.
This is when I started having memory. Like, I remember Reno.
I don't really remember. The only time I remember Reno is I think it was older than when I was living there. I think we were already back in California, because I think we were in Reno when I was like,
we turned 5 down here, I think.
I think I moved out of Reno probably when like 2 or 3 years old.
No.
Well, because we lived in a Woodland
we were there
Hills
4
for a year or
years.
2 or something. So I was 7 years old when we moved back to Huntington Beach. So that would have made Duddy 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember having my 8th birthday in Huntington. So we were in Reno from Duddy being probably 2 to 4.
One of the only memories I really have of Reno.
Well, 7 months. From 7 months to almost 5.
7 months.
It was like 4.5 years we were there.
Yeah, I remember being in Reno. I remember our little street. I remember it snowing in the winter. I remember a kid named Bob and that lived across the street, and he had like a brother and a sister too. And I have little memories of Reno. I remember going to school. I remember peeing my pants at school in Reno, and told everybody that the water fountain got me. I sprayed water all over myself.
Universal excuse.
Yep, I have a memory of that. After school, the bathroom was closed, locked. I peed myself and just sprayed myself and I just took the bus home. It wasn't a big deal, but
whatever.
I remember that.
Do you remember when and I think this was in Reno at your dad's house, and I fell into like a red ant hole?
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
I was there for that one.
Like neck deep into a red ant hole, and just freaking.
It was across the street from our grandparents' house was just like a dirt lot. It was just a huge dirt lot, and
there was a little trail. You were on a bike or something.
Bike trail or something.
And we're like looking at him, going, "Oh, look, Dustin's having a good time," and all of a sudden down he goes.
Duddy and I are running through the dirt, and I remember he wasn't wearing a shirt or anything, and you just fell right on to a red ant pile, getting eaten alive.
I remember just like getting like thrown down on the driveway and like covered in some powder and sprayed with a hose. Like, it was just,
That's hurt, man.
Yeah, that just sucked.
Our grandparents' house in Reno had like a little farm on it. There was like chickens and things in a little coop. Do you remember this?
Yeah, they had a lamb
and some weird stuff.
I don't remember that.
I remember seeing a scorpion on the stairs at their house. I remember coming home one day and a huge bat was just on the door.
No, that was the house we stayed in for a while while the people were trying to sell it. So they let us stay there. Yeah.
I have a memory of that house.
Wasn't Grandpa's house.
Okay. The barnyard thing was at Grandpa's house, because I do remember that.
Yeah.
So
the bat was on the door.
Dude, I still have.
I got a
memory.
broom and he just like flared up.
I remember we come walking up, and I don't know if it was you or Mom or somebody's like, "Oh my God!" And like, look, and then I'm like, "Oh, just a huge bat on our front door, man! Like, what is this?" Crazy stuff. Reno, Nevada, deserty.
Yeah, it was nice, but we decided, we're like, I don't want to. We're not gonna spend the rest of our life here. Might as well get up out of here, get back to the valley again.
Yeah, we went back and stayed with Grandma for like just a little while you guys found a house.
4 of us and 2 dogs, right?
Yep, all living in a 1-bedroom apartment in Woodland Hills with Grandma, and I went to school there. I think Duddy did too.
You went to the same school I went to when we moved out here from Ohio. I was 5 years old. I went to that school.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Where was Mini World?
That was
I remember.
That was
in Reno.
So you remember that?
I just remember the name always, like Mini World.
That was a great place.
Mini World, yeah, that was like the preschool that we went to in
Yeah.
Reno. And I went to first grade after Mini World, and then I went to, I think, second grade in Woodland Hills.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like half the year. Because then we moved to Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
I remember that day,
But
too.
you guys had to stay with Grandma for a while because there wasn't room in the after school, the YMCA or
program,
something. Because
like,
we both worked, so you had to go to that class. So we had to wait for openings, which wasn't too long, but a month or so. So we would go pick you up on the weekend and bring you back down.
You were so young, but I remember this. You probably have fuzzy memories of all
barely,
this. Yeah,
barely.
I don't remember a ton of crap until I was like 5. I mean,
Yeah, that's when it starts happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. And then finally we land in Huntington Beach, and I was 7, and Duddy was 5.
Yeah.
And that's when it all, whatever. That's when you start becoming whoever you're going to be. We start skateboarding. Yep. We started skateboarding, and
every piece of clothing with some sort of skate.
Have-
Now, what were
yeah.
those shirts? I remember the shirts we were looking at pictures
It's
earlier.
Vision Streetwear.
Vision, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a picture of us going off a ramp. Maybe just pull up that photo. There you
Look
go.
at that. Oh, yeah.
And that's not our first house. We lived in like 2 different houses in the exact same neighborhood.
That's
this is
the second one.
house, that we lived in, and when we moved to Huntington Beach. But you can see us just absolute domination. That's
Pretty much shredding.
You can tell we're going to launch over the camera right there.
Yeah.
Duddy's poised for air. As casual as you can get, shirt open. You got it.
I remember I built that ramp, and then we'd put it in the street, and then a lot of the neighbor kids would come, and I'm like, oh, my God, someone's going to break a neck, and I'm going to get jacked.
Dude, it was such a different world. Nowadays, kids don't even leave the house, and everyone's got 47 helmets, and nobody's... Back in the day, my dad, was a construction worker, so he would just build us ramps and like things to grind on, and
we would have a little skate park set up in front of our house, and all the kids in the neighborhood come over.
Yeah.
Yep.
You make a grinder or something?
Yeah,
too?
you had a
made
big
a
grind
grinder.
rail.
PCP.
We had a bunch of
something?
fun boxes, and then that house actually had going down the driveway was like a big hill.
Yes.
So you had
house.
this hill going down into the. We would set the ramp up on the bottom of the hill, and kids would just be flying off of it with no pads whatsoever on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one ever really got super badly hurt.
Well, who was that? There was one little kid. He was a skinny little kid. And he was on rollerblades though, and he was doing flips off it. I'm like, no, this kid. Can't remember his name. He was hyper little dude.
Was it Vern?
I probably don't know his name. I just figured I don't know.
I feel like it was probably Vern.
Vern was always really good. He was
Yeah.
like a little shredder.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean that's what it was. Any kid, dude, it was so funny back in the day. I don't know if kids even do any of this anymore, but remember we used to just play ditch 'em, and it was every single kid in our neighborhood and the neighboring neighborhood. We would all meet as soon as the sun was going down. There'd be 15 of us with our bikes, and it was just we would divvy our teams up into the half. We'd split us up into half and just ditch each other throughout neighborhoods and just try to find each other all night. No worries.
No, there's none of that.
None of that anymore, is there?
No, it's funny. Now when I even see going through my neighborhood, if I see even 3 or 4 kids rolling by on a bike, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's so fun to watch Stranger Things or the new iteration of It. It's like the 80s, and kids are all riding
movies.
bikes.
Yeah. You rarely see it. I'll take my kids, we got a park right by our house, and we'll go and ride our bikes there. I'll take little skateboards and go play basketball there, whatever. And it's like, if I see another kid there, I'm very surprised. And it's the park to ourselves.
Another thing I saw in It that just reminded me of our house so perfect is all the kids are riding their bikes in that movie, and they ride up on someone's lawn, and they all just ghost ride their bikes off onto the lawn and into the house. We never locked anything up.
No.
I mean, we did have things get stolen.
Yeah,
so
your swin bike, that bitchin'.
I had a bitchin' bike get
Pissed me
stolen.
off.
We had shit get stolen sometimes. But that was the time that Duddy and I grew up in. Literally, if you watch Stranger Things, that felt like our childhood. You're just
Totally.
riding the bikes up, leave them on the lawn. We're all playing video games in the living room.
That's in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And there was no cell phones and stuff.
No
And I remember,
cell
like,
phones.
on our street, we had quite a few friends our age, like, on our street. And in our neighborhood, we had, like, a lot of friends. We were really lucky. And like I said, you didn't have cell phones.
No.
So that's how you knew where everyone was. Look at, there's the pile of bikes.
Yeah.
They're at Randy's
Literally.
house.
You
know,
ride your
like-
bike around the neighborhood until you see a pile of other bikes, and then you realize there's your friends.
Dude, when we were kids, we did things that we could have died in a second. We had a wash. Back then, it wasn't a concrete. It was just dirt. Well, you know, if it was dry, you go down and mess around. And when it rained, man, it was like 100 miles per hour, and there was pipes going across. I don't know what pipes they were. They were like this big, and we would shimmy on those things across. If one guy slid, it's sopping wet, it's raining.
Oh, you're
one
done.
dude go, yeah, you're see ya.
Yeah.
We'd go across, and then there was like.
And what would you go across for? Just to prove you could
be
do it?
idiots, I
Just
guess.
to play
like-
Indiana Jones,
and then we
whatever.
dig holes in the side of the hill, like just dig and then put little candles in there. That
And just
fucking
hang out.
could have
Just a cave.
collapsed. I mean, just ay.
Wow. Hey, you got to dig a hole in the side of a hill so you can have somewhere to smoke pot, right?
Maybe the parents of today are right.
Right.
We were doing just anything we
stuff.
wanted. Yeah, we would. It's even weird when I even think that we used to just ride our bikes to school. We were like kids, and we would just ride our bike several neighborhoods away to go to school.
Well,
It seems almost weird now.
We didn't live far, but
Not
we
far,
weren't
but-
like in the neighborhood. We had to go like
You had to cross a busy
Busy
streets.
streets. Yeah.
We were a few neighborhoods away. Like it was, a couple miles probably that we rode.
It was so fun.
But it was just that's what we did, and we were okay. Fucking 7 a.m. See ya. Get on our
Bye.
bikes, meet up with a couple of our buddies. Rode through some back alleys. Remember the little
Yep.
shortcuts?
We
like,
would kick over trash cans.
of course we would.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
were
you have
those
to.
assholes.
That's why
Yep.
you take the back
empty,
alley.
of course. No.
Yeah, well, they weren't worth kicking over if they were empty.
Dude, I walked to school when I was 5 years old. Kindergarten, I walked to school a whole block away. Man.
Crazy.
Nowadays, oh no, dude.
No way. I would be. I mean, I let my kids go out and run around the neighborhood or play and stuff, but like thinking of like Jack walking to school right now.
Oh, my
it
God.
gives me so
No.
much anxiety.
Yeah.
50% chance he's getting plucked. That's what it feels like these days. Oh, that's a 50-50 shot.
Oh.
Oh my God. Different times.
Yep.
Holy
So
jeez.
then we, start getting a little older,
Yeah.
and we start getting into like sports and stuff.
Oh boy.
We had
Yeah.
the baseball. We got pretty serious into that.
Yeah, that was almost year round sometimes.
Yeah,
A little bit of soccer, a little bit of basketball, but
Duddy was good at
mostly
soccer
baseball.
too, I remember. I played soccer one year. I was just okay. But I remember you having all-star games. And
I think it was like I was
remember that.
decent at like
You were a
defense and stuff. I
goalie,
was
too.
goalie.
Yeah.
When I started being goalie, that's when I was like, okay, I actually really like this.
I
And
have a memory of you scoring a goal, though, in something called the Turkey Shootout.
Oh, that was it was during the
I think I
Thanksgiving
remember
or
this.
something.
Yeah.
And it was like at the last second, and I was on
Something
like
cool.
I was
Yeah.
playing defense, and it was literally like time was running out, and I just kicked the ball from like half fucking field.
I just
and like
remember something.
sunk
Yeah.
it in the top
remember that.
corner, and everyone was just like, "What the fuck?" was this?"
I didn't go to all your soccer
Yeah.
games. I would have baseball or whatever, but I remember being at that game, and I remember some miraculous kick that
Yeah.
you did, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Because I was never like the
you know?
scorer on the soccer team. I was
Yeah.
never like super fast. So I was always like playing defense, or then I was goalie. And I remember I was actually pretty good at goalie. But yeah, I wasn't the guy out there scoring all the goals. So like when I made this like miraculous end of the game
Yeah.
goal to like win the game, everyone was like,
Who the hell? Just hit that top corner.
hit that corner.
Yeah.
Bap.
Yeah. I
But
had to save that
baseball
one.
was the big thing.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and then music and everything. And that being said, let's kind of just jump into the topic of having him here today, Father's Day, talking about something that just makes you feel good. And what our parents always were they were so supportive in everything we wanted to do. We wanted to dress like idiots and skateboard in front of the house. They made us ramps. They didn't care if we were out there, scuffing up our new jeans or whatever. That's what you want to do, go do it. You guys want to play sports? What sports do you want to play? Sure, we'll get you into it. We'll help coach the teams. We'll take you wherever. We'll waste every weekend we have for probably 15 years driving you idiots around to play baseball. And then to then, spent our whole life playing baseball. Both of us played high school, varsity baseball.
Yeah.
I did a little travel baseball. Did you do a little travel baseball too after high school?
A little.
No,
a little bit.
not after high
I'm
school.
glad you guys weren't into that too much, the travel thing. That was...
I did travel ball during like little league and stuff. Remember, I would go pitch for travel ball teams in between. But after I was done by the time high school was done.
I went a little bit after high school. I remember doing some of the travel ball thing, just like pitching for rando travel ball teams and whatnot. But and then we started falling out of that, and then getting into garage bands. And we were even doing this somewhat in high school during like baseball and everything. And
that's what got me out of baseball.
Just coming to our house after school, plugging in loud ass amps and drums and just singing, and come on over. They supported it. They were in. So what did he do? He builds us a soundproof room in our garage.
Kinda soundproof.
Kinda soundproof.
You did your best to soundproof the room.
We collected egg cartons.
And shit.
Remember, we covered the whole wall in egg cartons, and then covered the egg cartons in carpet.
Yeah.
I mean, that is high tech.
Yeah. They were supportive in us no matter what we did. Baseball all the way through. Even though mom was freezing every night, she'd bring 3 cowboy blankets and wrap herself in them and watch the games at night. We'd have all our dogs at the games.
Aussie.
Aussie was like the league mascot for many years. I remember that. We had this dog, and this was, like we said, this was at a different time. So our dog, we'd be at the baseball field, many baseball games going on, many people around, and our dog was not on a leash.
No leash.
Just rolling around. And Aussie would just go to all the games. And we would just be like, where's Aussie? Oh, she's over at the minor C field. And you're like, okay.
We found a dog at the baseball field.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, my nickname was Orca, the killer whale, for some reason, wasn't it?
Burns.
Somebody gave me that nickname, Orca. So, and a dog ran up to me one time when I was in the middle of pitching on the mound. And, no collar or whatever. We couldn't, find whose dog this was.
It had like a broken leash or something.
Yeah, it had it was like a rope around its neck. But it was like, it was really tied to something, and it got out.
And so my mom, takes the dog in, my dad, whatever, and they start calling the dog Orca, and we put up signs, we found a dog. Nobody claimed him, became our dog.
Yep.
Dog named Orca that we literally ran up to me on the baseball field. One more thing about the baseball field, just because we're going to lead it into music and how our parents have just supported us in every way. But I found punk rock realistically by playing baseball, because I was a big Beastie Boys fan, and they put out the album Check Your Head, which had a couple punk songs on it. So I started understanding, there's this music that goes fast and you kind of yell. I like it. I was playing baseball, and I dove for a ball in the outfield, landed on a cassette tape, and it was Bad Religion Generator.
What?
Yeah. And I remember I got in.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Well, I even, you were there because you were coaching. And I remember we got into your car. And this was back when I was a kid. So there were still tape players in car. And I put it in. And I remember the first song, Generator. And I thought it was cool. I brought it into my bedroom, started listening to it. That's how I found Bad Religion. And Bad Religion kind of led me into punk.
Yeah. No, I have some very early fond memories of Bad Religion for sure.
That's like what got me into it. And then surf videos. That's another thing. My dad was a surfer when he was a kid. I have this great picture of you and your friends. I'm going to airdrop this picture up there right now of you and your friends just looking like crazy surfers. So I'll send it to these guys up there.
While they're looking for that, and let's get back to the subject of just being supportive. And our parents were always so supportive of us in everything we did. They've supported us to just as much as you possibly could. And then that being said, just try and be a little bit more supportive in your life. And I'm not just talking about to your family members. It could be, a teammate. It could be a coworker. It could be just a friend. Me and Jake were talking about this earlier. If you have a friend that's starting like a startup company and they're trying to do something, don't be like, hey, yo, can I get some free stuff? Go to their website and buy something and support that, Do whatever you can. Go on their social media pages and like it or repost something. Just support, your friends. Support your family. Support just try and just be a little more supportive in your life. I think a lot of times we get lost in the whole, now you're doing this. Well, can I have some? And it's like, well, maybe later when it blows up, but support them in their journey to get there. So today, you know what? Just think about what you're doing in everyday life and try and be a little more supportive to the people around you, because I think it's going to make you feel good.
Yeah.
It shall.
Is this it? You found the picture?
Yeah, this is a picture of my dad with his surf buds when he was little.
Oh, boy.
That's you on the bottom left there, right? In the white shirt.
Yeah. Look at that squad.
Look at that squad, dude.
That's Dave Lambertson next to me. That's John Perry, my buddy I met when I was 5.
And John Perry, actually, JP, he shapes surfboards.
Yeah.
He's up in Central Coast of California right now. You can actually find him online, JP Surfboards. John Perry up there. That was your friend. Who's this guy in the middle up top?
That's Mike Sark. He lived around the corner from us. And the other guy actually
is Owen Wilson. Awesome.
I can't remember that guy's name. This is junior high because this is our junior high Y team. It was like a club we were in and was kind of bitching junior high Y. You played softball, 6 or 7 games, and you did swimming, you did track and field, you did basketball, and then in the summer we'd cruise around, and this is up at Halama.
Oh, it's at Halama Bay. Did you see guys just surf, or you're gonna?
Well, yeah, we were just getting into it at that time. We really kicked in when we were and started high school. But yeah, that was fun. Those are good dudes.
Dude, that crew. That could have been yesterday. This photo, no one would argue if I said, "Oh yeah, dude, I just took this yesterday with some of my friends." I'd be like, "Oh, cool, yeah, nice." Yeah. I mean, it's insane how that's exactly how everyone's trying to even still look right now.
Yeah.
That was a good picture.
Dude, that's heavy. But that's the thing. My dad was a surfer when he was a kid, and surfing is one of the hugest things in my life. That's like easily one of my biggest things that I love to do. And then also my dad boxed a little bit when he was younger, and we were always, all the Tyson fights were at our house when we were kids. Duddy and I remember that, and we both love mixed martial arts and boxing to this day. So that's another cool thing.
Yeah. Well, man, looking at these old photos, you know what, Jake?
I'm going to guess.
What?
I'm going to guess that it makes you feel good.
It does. It makes me feel good. And speaking of feeling good, we have a couple sponsors on the show, and they are things that make us feel good. And we are going to start off with the one we always start off with, whiskey. Proper 12. And this is a delicious whiskey. And I'm going to share some with my father on Father's Day right now. And
right on.
So everybody who's watching this with your father or with your child, hopefully 21 or over, have a shot right now with us and you guys and everybody. You get it.
This is a very easy.
Unless you're watching it at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, dude.
What?
Judgment free zone.
It's Father's Day. You can do whatever you want.
That's right. It's
you
your
want to
day,
drink whiskey at 7 in the
daddies.
morning, you drink whiskey at 7 in the morning. This is a very easy to drink whiskey, very smooth. I recommend you going and getting a bottle, getting some shot glasses, getting some friends together, taking some shots, taking some pictures, tagging Proper 12 and Feeling Good with Duddy in those pictures, and then I'll send you something.
Support each other.
I've already seen a couple people do this, and we're getting together some things to send out because I really didn't have anything. I was lying. But now you're doing it, so now I got to send shit out.
Duddy makes wild claims, but he shall back them up.
All right, let's take this.
All right.
Let us.
Cheers.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day,
Father's
everybody.
Day. Yes. And also, we have a product that I love and use daily, Koi CBD. I love this product. I take it in the morning. I take it with my coffee, right when I get going, because it just really just kind of calms me down a little bit and gets me ready for the day. I get pain sometimes in my wrists for tendonitis I had when I was younger playing baseball a lot, and now I'm constantly on the road playing guitar. So I get these aches sometimes, and the CBD really helps with that. I have a cream I also use on my wrist and my elbow, and I just love this product. KoiCBD.com. Check it out right now, and if you put in code DuddyB at checkout, you're going to get 20% off. It's a good deal.
Do it. The Koi rub-on is critical. If you have a sore back, I use it all the time. Pain gone. Promise you that. Promise you that.
And also, Sticky Vapes, another product I love and use daily. We've been working with this company for a while with the Dirty Heads. We actually make our own Sticky Vapes with them. We have a sativa and we have an indica, both delicious. Great company, great people, stickyvape.com. Check it out. Great product. Jake, where do you use it?
In an above-ground pool. Perfect. Almost made for them.
A doughboy pool, is that what they call them?
Some do.
We used to have one.
In Ohio?
No.
California?
Ohio, we had a blow-up one.
Whoa.
And then we had a doughboy. Then we got a real pool in the valley, though.
These are good for blow-up pools, too. Don't discriminate when vaping.
Ooh, why don't you blow up the blow up pool with all the vape from
God.
the pen? You inhale, you blow it in, you inhale, and then you know what? Then I think it would be indestructible.
You would never have to blow it up again. You have a pool now.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, a cool pool.
Wow.
And also, that's a surf sound. On it. Another great company I just started using and love, and that's with 2 N's, ONNIT. And this product I absolutely love. It's an all-natural melatonin spray, and if you take a little bit right before bed, it's going to help you sleep like a baby. I get off stage late at night, and a lot of times I have a show the next day, and it's hard to go to sleep because you're all hyped up from the show and all the loud music. So I take a couple sprays of this instant melatonin spray, and I love it. Onnit.com, ONNIT. Check it out.
Get on it.
You got one, Jake?
Oh, yeah. We got Uppercut. That's right. Uppercut Deluxe. I'm a barber. I use Uppercut all the time at my barbershop. I love it. It's my favorite smelling pomade. That's right. It smells manly, and it works great. If you want a huge pomp, they got you. If you want any type of hair, they got 3 different kinds for any type of hair. Uppercut Deluxe. Check them out at uppercutdeluxe.com. I'm going to be doing haircuts on the road with Duddy. We're taking the show on the road this summer, and I'm going to have Uppercut products. I'm going to use it. I'm going to hook up some cans. Uppercut Deluxe.
Should we get into some fan questions?
I think we should.
All right. We had a couple people send in some questions, and I'm going to find one. Oh, wow. We have a lot.
Oh.
The fans are questioning.
So this was one that I really thought was a good one, and I want to ask it to you. Jesse Kilgore asks, what can other fathers do to help our sons and daughters learn to pursue purpose and passion like you have done with your kids?
Firstly, dude, awesome name. Kilgore.
It's a good name.
Kilgore, dude.
He's going to do slasher movies.
Yes. Great question. Better name.
Well, it kind of goes back to the word of the day, supportive. I mean, you have to be supportive. You have to let them do what they want to do. They might not or they might not pan out with the first thing you support them with, but try something else. Let them do what they want to do. I don't know. You just.
It's simple.
It's that simple.
I mean, it's like get out.
You got to kind of let them find themselves and just support them on with the journeys they're going to take, because they're going to take it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys both wanted instruments at the same time, and we got them for you.
Yep.
You ended up switching them, but.
Yeah, the weirdest thing. Our parents got for the same Christmas, I want to say it was. They got me a guitar and they got Duddy a drum set, and it was maybe within 6 months or so we had switched.
Yeah.
Duddy was better at guitar naturally. I was better at drums naturally. I'm still not that great at guitar. Duddy eventually became super good at guitar, Yeah, they got us the instruments and we switched the instruments.
Yeah, so there you go. Just be supportive. If your kid's taking some weird, wacky path, that's not bad. I'm not saying if he's all into robbing all of a sudden. Stop him from robbing.
Big into car thievery. Yeah, maybe don't support him on that one.
If your young son's I'm gonna get into pole dancing, you're all right, man, let's go get you some spandex.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
We gotta get you hanging upside down. That's where the money's at.
The more you support them, they're finally gonna figure something out sooner or later.
There it is. Just love your kids and then support them where they go.
Yeah, love your kids also.
Really, it's and any parent who's even asking, how can I be a better parent, or that means they're already a good parent, because you care and you're even wondering about how to potentially be better. That means you're already great. You care.
I want to ask this one because it's from Simon. You know Simon.
Simon the chef?
Simon.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to know which one of us caused you more stress when we were younger.
Probably Jake when we were younger.
I would thought,
and
you were
then
say
Dustin
Duddy.
maybe a little bit more later on, because Dustin was kind of moody when he was a teenager.
Oh yeah.
And Jake was young. Jake was kind of crazy and uppity, and he's the kind of guy that wow, how did playing video games? Wow, I pushed the button. Wow.
I didn't like anything going wrong.
Jake would throw.
You lost, buddy.
Jake would throw the controller at the screen. Jake was the kind of guy
I was
that if
that guy.
he shot a basket and it bounced off the rim, he'd be like, I shot it perfect. How did it not go in the fucking basket?
Yeah, I would blame gravity. Yeah, I was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I remember that. I
Not
remember
bad.
being that way too.
You guys were good. You guys were good.
No,
kids,
but I remember
you know.
definitely going through like a full on like,
Yeah.
I'm a teenager. I know fucking everything, and I'm not listening to anyone. Like
I
I went
mellowed
through
out
that. I
and
went
he
for
got
a few
crazy.
years of that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, and Duddy
You
would
grew
do
out of
things
it.
like drive cars into walls.
Yeah, I
free.
drove a car into a wall.
That was
Duddy was
costly.
more of a partier. Duddy
In
was
my
more of a
defense,
dude.
in my defense, when I drove the car through a wall, I didn't have my license yet.
Yeah.
I had never driven a car. It wasn't
Who
my
was letting
fault.
him drive? No one. That's right.
So Dustin's friend, it was
Speaking
that
of car
old. It
thief.
was that old world
Yep.
crowded parking lot, and I guess your friend said, "Hey, you want to drive my car?" And you said, "Okay," but
Yeah.
then you backed out.
Jill
And then you
Jones.
kind of went, "I don't want to do this."
Well, it was an automatic, and I think at the time I'd only kind of driven a stick, so like the automatic just kind of went right away, right when I like turned it on, you know, I put it in like reverse, and it was just like whoop, and I was like, oh shit, and then like I got it going. I went forward a little bit, and then there was all these cars moving around. I remember just being like, I'm not comfortable with this, so I went to go park in a parking spot. And there was like a just redone like 57 Chevy
That's
or
what I
something.
remember.
No, it was a
Mustang.
It was a Mustang fastback.
Yeah, but like
cherried out.
cherried the fuck out.
Yeah.
And the guy was getting into it.
Oh.
And on the driver's side, and I hit the passenger side, and I fucking smashed into this thing.
Yeah, you
Bounced off that, and then went through an apartment building wall in Old World in Huntington Beach. If you know where Old World in Huntington Beach is, I drove through those apartment buildings when I was 16.
did. They tried to like hit me up about fixing that. And I'm like, nah. I mean, I paid cash to have that dude fix the car. 'Cause
Yeah.
he yanked you out of the car, didn't he?
He
was
did,
gonna
and then he
crush
felt
your-
really bad.
Yeah, but
Well,
when he saw his car getting jacked, he's
yeah, and rightfully so. I tore through it.
I thought I remember that he had like just
Yes,
restored
that's
this
what
car.
he said. He's like, I just finished that.
Yes, this is his whole life. It's finally happened, and here
You're
comes
welcome.
Duddy, 15, no license, bing, bang, bang, boom.
Well, he like yanked me out of the car and was all pissed and like kind of had me up against the car and then like realized, oh, this is a little kid. You know, and I could tell he was like, God,
Dang it, I wanted to punch
damn
somebody
it.
too.
Yeah, he was even more pissed because he knew like, what am I
You've
gonna do?
even taken that from
and
me.
of course he's like, he's like, you got any insurance? I was like, I don't even have a license. He was just like, what the fuck?
yeah, that was.
But I threw a remote once or twice. All
Yeah,
right, everybody. So
so-
I'm the monster. No, actually.
Yeah. So there you go, Simon.
more than
Sounds
once,
like it was me.
Yeah.
Stress.
Equal, Simon.
Yeah. Let's see. Chad had a question that Mark really wanted us to ask, but what the fuck kind of question is this? Who's your favorite son?
Oh,
No,
come
please.
on,
Come
Mark. That is easy.
How
It's
dare
Dustin. No, I'm just kidding.
Rush_no_J. How do you keep your hair so majestic?
You know what? I'm pretty lucky that way. I'm 62 years old. I still have a full head of hair. I use kind of cheap shampoo. So
There you go.
there's no magical thing going on here.
Cheap shampoo.
Just be supportive. Back to the word of the
At my age, I have to use the purple conditioner now when you get older. It's good for gray hair. It helps it. So I do use that.
Nice.
Only once a week, though. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Purple
there you go.
conditioner, shitty
Cheap shampoo.
Is that the name of the brand, or what? Just something?
It's purple. There's all these brands who cater to gray-haired people. It's the purple. It comes out purple. I guess, I don't know. It's supposed to smooth out the colors. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe it's doing nothing.
Dude, are you sponsored by Purple? What the hell's happening? Dude, my dad works for Big Purple.
At Cadillac 2984.
Oh.
At what point while your kids were growing up did you know that they were going to be successful?
Let's see.
He's like, I still can't.
Yeah, he's like,
Probably after high school. I didn't know. I mean, you guys didn't know.
We
either.
didn't know either.
Well,
yeah.
Jake pretty much was gonna play music. He was already in a band.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I knew you guys worked hard. I could see whatever you were involved in, you're working hard. But I didn't know. I mean, You didn't go to college. I didn't go to college. You graduate high school.
Well, in the fields we were in, like say for instance, sports or music, it's like the chances of you being successful in those are pretty slim.
Yeah, there was other parents on the team, the high school team. You could see they wanted their kid. I was realistic. I'm like, come on, my kids are gonna. I just wanted you guys to play high school ball, have an experience, and then it's over.
Yeah,
I didn't see like no one's gonna be a pro. It's 1 in a million.
Yeah,
it really is. So, it's once the music thing started kicking in. I mean, you guys both worked so hard. We're so proud of you, Mom and I. We already talked about this.
Thank you.
You guys are go-getters, and you went for it. Everything you did, you worked hard at it. And Jake, you worked hard with your band for so long, and you had some success too.
Yeah,
man,
totally.
Even though it didn't pan out, to be a job for the rest of your life. What you got in experience from that.
Oh yeah,
man.
That's
you always have this thought in your head of making it means at least getting to even do what Duddy gets to do, which that is that is your career.
Yeah.
But if I look back on what we did with HB Surround Sound, I mean, we did so good, dude.
Huge tours around the country with huge acts.
Huge acts. Like we got to live that life. For sure. So now that I look back at it, I'm like, oh, we killed it. Like we were successful. There's all sorts of different levels of success.
And it helped you with what you're doing now.
Oh, yeah. Big time. And those experiences will never go away. And a lot of them were because of Duddy's success too. Like we helped each other. Mm-hmm. Our band, created a local following, and that following backed the Dirty Heads. Yeah. And the Dirty Heads then again helped Surround Sound get on tour. And all the really big shows that we got to play were because the Dirty Heads connection
comes around, goes around.
It was just like a spiral of us helping each other.
You know what we were doing? You know what we were doing? Supporting each other. Yeah. Surf down.
Drop down. Snap.
That's
was that surfer dude?
Yeah. We're working on our sound effects. This is Duddy's cool surf sound. Yeah. Oh wait, Dad, make a surf sound. Anything.
Aruba.
There it is, dude. Hey, whatever. We'll cut that.
Redo.
Yeah. Wait, Christian Fletcher said Cowabunga when we asked him.
I should have said Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo.
Well, you just did.
Oh. There you go. Now we got them both.
Yep.
That's on the nez.
Oh, that's gonna be a drop too, and possibly my it's gonna be a drop, bro.
Drop down. Snap.
All right, Jesus.
Yeah. What else? Any other good ones?
Let's see. Any more questions? For Papa? Uh-oh. No? What's that? Duddy, for the listeners, Duddy's just shrugging his shoulders. That's just great podding right there.
Good.
That's just good pod.
Every show has a good shrug in it.
That's just killer pod, dude.
Yeah. Surf sounds.
All right. So what's
I
up,
also
Dad?
want to throw in that I'm so happy that you both found wonderful women to marry, because I love both
Yeah, we
your
scored.
wives.
Oh, thank you.
Jack and Sophie, two of the greatest kids ever.
Dude.
Nicest kids. Greatest.
Are amazing.
And now we got Rocky coming along. Obviously, he's going to be cool too. So just wanted to make sure to mention that up. We're proud. We're happy that you guys have the family you have.
Dude, now
our job is done.
We've
well,
got,
I will ask this question then.
Okay.
That fed me into it. Jake,
Retire.
Jay Quaylen wants to know, how do you feel about the dads that we have become today?
Well, as I just probably
That's
said.
what I'm saying. So I
Yeah.
thought I'd throw that in for her. She asked the question, you answered it. So I was like, I'll give her a little. Jake Quaylen.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't be happy with, two sons like you guys? Successful, hardworking, good family men. You guys didn't really do. They weren't bad kids. I mean, I did some shit when I was younger.
We're going to come up to that in the band camp segment. You got to have one of them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we weren't. Obviously, dude, we had our parties and our things, and we did.
Everyone
We
does.
did the normal
Yeah.
Southern California dork ball shit.
Yeah.
But we weren't like crazy kids. We never had crazy drug addictions. None of that, and those are,
a
so
lot of
I
that
think-
is peers. And you
Yeah,
guys you
totally.
guys grew up.
Dude, we hung
all
out
your
with
friends,
good
I
people,
remember,
man.
99% of your friends were cool people, and you're
Yeah.
still friends with them now. You
A
know,
lot of them, yeah. Most of them.
We were super lucky, dude. Our generation in Huntington Beach.
It's huge.
You know, I'm not like I know the new generation. I'm sure they're great too, but we just had so many good people that we grew up with. We were super lucky.
Yep.
Speaking of, I just the other day ran into Ryan Davis at the wetlands.
Ryan's one of the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan's
Ran
an
with
old
the
friend of
wetland.
mine that used to just spend the night at our house all the
Yeah.
time, just lived at our house basically, you know, and I met him in 6th grade and he's just a stud, dude. And Ryan's another go-getter, starts businesses and just does his own thing. A lot of our friends were entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
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 You know, and so we were just lucky to be around that.
Yeah.
You are who you hang out with. We talked
Yes.
about that on a
Yep.
previous
A lot
show.
of it,
So
yep.
just surround yourself with good people and just you kind of can't help
It's huge.
but grow and do good
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
you know?
Some people, will just want to kind of take from you, and some people will want to support you.
Oh
in
my
whatever you
God,
do.
dude.
Just another
So
drive.
good. He's the king of it. He
What's
really
the score?
is.
What's the score? Is that like 100
I
today?
mean, it's like 100 to 0 of not good ones. Okay. Yeah.
I think
One more
I'm
time.
losing my headphone.
There it is. Well, let's go into, because you said that you did a bunch of crazy, silly shit when you were younger. So let's go to a segment called Band Camp. Do you have a story you want to tell us? It could be you, one of your friends, just something funny. It doesn't have to be crazy. but-
Well, this is this guy that we.
oh wait,
knew.
give me the drop second here. So don't tell it yet because I have to do.
It's on another folder.
Is it still on the other folder? Here it is.
Oh, and this one time at band camp,
Now you can tell your story.
Well, I wasn't in a van. 2 stories real quick. One story, a friend of mine, Jack. It was 1974. We graduated high school, and he streaked because it was 1974.
Nice.
And he was about 6'2" with long orange hair. And yeah, the carpet and the drapes, whatever you call that,
They match.
I love this story always because Duddy and I grew up. We knew Jack, and he's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
a
yeah.
big, just as red as a red person could ever
Yes.
be red. Like, and I love when you tell this story because it's almost like who the hell else could it have been, right? He had his face
Oh, there's
covered,
no- yeah.
but he had his big old red bush, and he streaked
Yeah.
across your guys' graduation.
Well, it was at a football field at a college, so he ran out.
Oh my
He had
God.
his robe on, but I had all his clothes under my robe, and he just went out and ran. Hey, he never
So
got
he
his
handed
diploma.
you
Never
all his
got it-
clothes?
Yeah, never got his diploma either. He I don't care. I'm not
Worth
going.
it.
He just ran off
Worth
the
it.
field and said, "Fuck it."
I'd
dude."
rather show everybody my junk than get my diploma. Whatever.
Well, I think the principal said you need to come in and talk to me, and he's like, he was already like working construction. He wasn't going.
He's
Like,
like,
fuck it.
dude, Whatever. I'm
Yeah,
Half of my friends didn't get their diplomas.
good. Yeah.
it was a different time.
It was.
Simpler
Yeah.
times.
Anyway,
Oh,
another
man.
one I wanted to talk about was this guy who was friends of one of my friend's older sister. So he was probably 5 or 6 years older than us. We were like 15, and we'd go to his apartment. He lived there with his brother. His brother was straight as an arrow, man. And this dude, this guy who called himself Leopard. His name was Dennis, but he said, "Call me Leopard." So we go over to his house and smoke weed with him. And they're painters, so he like paint his whole apartment black and then take squirt guns and squirt different colors on the wall and have like spaceships painted in fucking fluorescent colors
this is
hanging
the
all over. We're like kids going,
60s or
"Yay!"
70s?
This is like 72 or
1972. You guys are like 15 or
71,
16.
yeah.
And Leopard's 21,
Leopard. Oh,
22 years old or something.
if not older.
Wow.
And he's just hanging out with the 15-year-old
Oh, yeah.
local kids, just being
Come on.
Leopard.
Call me
Oh,
Leopard.
Leopard. Yeah, that's how he talked. Call me Leopard from McMinnville, Oregon. They cameth.
Call me Leopard.
He had like 2 pipes. He had this big giant pipe called the Leopard Supreme. And it was huge, and it had just this big, he put like all kinds of, because back then you had to smoke a lot of weed. Nowadays you just need a little nuggie. But back then he'd fill this thing and screw the top on it. He had these 4 hoses coming off it, and he had a little, like a fish tank motor. He'd get it and it would just shoot out all over the
Fucking Leopard.
Then he had the Leopard Deluxe, which he carried on his motorcycle.
Oh.
But here's the best part. He had a wooden bed, the headboard on the bed. One side said Leopard.
That's where
And
he
the other
slept.
side was a question mark.
The other side said, "Your mom."
Who am I banging
leopard and a question mark, dude. Who's the lucky the lioness who gets the
What
lay?
15-year-old am I gonna have in my bed tonight?
Oh, leopard.
Oh my god.
He's all, first I hit him with the leopard deluxe, and I show him my bed.
He actually tried to go to Not Very Farm dressed as a cowboy. He had fake guns on his shit. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
But I'm leopard.
Call me
Get the
leopard.
fuck out of here.
Anyway.
Oh, dude, leopard.
I wish I knew what he was doing nowadays.
Oh, we know what he's doing.
Dude.
The same thing.
Yeah, dude. He's
I
sleeping
get
in that
older,
same bed.
the girls stay the same age.
Oh
leopard.
my God.
Oh, dude, I love it.
It's my stories.
So,
Should we throw up these pics?
yeah,
Or
let's roll into it. So to close it out today, dude. First of all, that's probably like one of the best band camps. It was so
That was
short, but it was perfect, dude. Fucking leopard. And then my dad brought in some pictures of like my brother and I when we're younger, and we're just gonna roast them out, dude.
Look
So
at
here
that.
it is, dude. You guys got to get on YouTube.
So
to
this
see
is
all
the
these
first
photos.
ever ad for Oshkosh Bagosh
Oh,
right here.
the first and last ad ever. There I am dressed like fucking leopard at Knott's Berry Farm in the back. And Duddy just looking like, can you find some more stripes?
I love how
is
the
Saturn.
photographer has you look over here, kids.
Yeah.
We're doing that
yeah.
classic looking off to the right. Oh, man.
Squeezing a little thing.
Oh,
dude.
look at that, dude.
That's
Here we
badass.
are on our way from Reno back to Southern California
We're
in our
on the-
stagecoach.
We're on the Oregon Trail right here. That's right. We all have smallpox.
I died on that trip from dysentery.
Yeah, dude. Look at your eyes.
I didn't know if we thought the picture was going to get taken at that time. We're all like,
This is a classic. Dude,
Oh,
check it out. The Wright
dude.
brothers.
This is in a good mood.
My face says, this shit don't do loop-de-loops.
Yep.
I want to do a
I
loop-de-loop.
like how the center says "keep out." Who's trying to get into the center of this fucking thing? It's fucking keep
cheesy-
out.
Yeah, they don't
Enough
do-
assholes dove in there. They had to put a shit sign.
Keep out of the pole?
Yeah, and why is there a napkin on our wing? That can't be up to
That's the
code.
whole-
I think
together.
a guy was actually just pushing it around. There was no motor.
And that's
Look
our
at
Christmas
that,
tree.
dude. Oh, it's Christmas in where?
That's Reno. That's up in Reno.
Insane
That's Reno.
asylum.
Oh.
That's an early cactus.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like
that.
Jake is smelling
These are all
something that's
Reno.
in my diaper
Yeah,
right there.
Duddy took a shit. You could tell by his face. I'm getting the whiff of it right now. My dad's never been prouder. Look at that.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, gee.
there
Oh
you
my
go.
God. Okay, this is for Christmas Story 3.
I've got Donald Trump's haircut going on, and,
Oh my God.
and Dustin looks like a young Donald Trump.
I want to beat myself up right now.
Yeah, how could you get any bigger teeth in the front, dude? What is Jesus Lord?
Oh.
What is? Oh, put him up.
We're going with leopard again.
Look
They're
out.
nuts.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're in a meth house right now. What are we? Where are we? What was that? Our house? Oh, back to the start.
Oshkosh.
That
No,
was-
Dude,
that
and
might
then there's
be
a
it.
couple baseball photos down there. What's going on with those heaters? Oh, dude, there's a high school Duddy
Oh,
right
look
there.
at that.
That's when
Look
Dustin
at
was down
that,
in his
dude.
mopey mood there. Like,
No, dude, I was just playing mysterious.
Pop a couple of those buttons out.
That's what the
dude.
M stands
Let
for on
it
my hat. It's
fly.
mysterious.
Yee. Perfectly centered. There I am.
Oh,
dude.
boy.
Just look at those.
Oh,
Those
man.
aren't cleats.
Jake has just missed the cut for Zach Morris and Saved by the Bell.
How much more bangs can I get under the hat? That's what I'm looking to do right there.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me guess. Catcher.
it kind of looks like Eric Stewart there, doesn't
It
it?
does kind of
Like
look
Dog
Eric
the
Stewart.
Bounty
One of
Hunter.
Duddy's friends.
Oh man, I guess I didn't have my mullet at that time.
You usually
That's
have a piece of
pre-mullet
gum in your
Duddy.
mouth during these.
I
wonder if
can
you-
see
I
the
think I
gum.
can see the gum.
Duddy had a record of every single baseball photo. He had a chunk of gum sticking out of the side of his mouth. I think that's it. Is this what?
Oh, here's the
Oh,
Christmas.
wow.
Look at that's how Jews celebrate Christmas right there. We're taking this opportunity to do a band photo opportunity. Look at that.
Wow.
We're using the Lord's holiday to
You can
sell
look
records.
at how excited I am about this Christmas photo.
Jesus.
Screw you, Mom. I'm not smiling.
I still got that guitar in the garage.
Those dogs are
Yeah.
in the photo against their will. Oh man, no more pics is being written
All
up there.
right.
Thought you guys, if you're just listening, you got to go to YouTube to see the picture roast at the end. That was a
Right
great
on.
fucking show.
That was fun. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks for having me. It was awesome. I was a little nervous at first, I will tell you.
You did
Yeah,
great.
he was nervous, you guys,
great.
but he absolutely killed it. And I'm going to look for the outro, and we're
And
going to
we're
get it
gonna
started
go
low, and Duddy's going to talk us out of here.
I am.
Hey, Dad, you got anything you want to plug on the way out? Anything big coming up?
Well, I will be making a bowel movement at 4 o'clock this
There
afternoon.
you go, dude.
so-
Check Twitter for photos.
And I will be plugging my nose then. No, you know what? First off, thanks, Dad, for coming again. Thanks for everyone at Reamp Studios.
Yes.
Ashton behind the boards, thank you. And also, I wanted to say that this summer, Cutlass will be out on tour all summer with Dirty Heads and 311. Jake will be hanging out at the booth. Make sure you go to the booth and say hey to Jake. And also, if you go to cutlassbrand.com right now and you put in code Feeling Good, yeah, that's 20% off. And that's
Boom.
feeling good, but no G in the middle. No G.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy
Peace
Father's
out.
Day.